Okay, this morning I'm going to do the first training with this pup. Formal training wise, I've taken her partner out of here so that she doesn't have to think about more things than she has to. Pup is still a little bit insecure. She still rolls over and does submissive peeing when I come in. So she's far from having found her way, transitionally speaking, to the ranch. So I'm still seeing behaviors from her that may not be really true to her character as much as indicative of her changed situation. So the first couple of things that I am going to teach her is how to take treats from my hands. And surprisingly, maybe it was surprising to me, that's a real skill that they have to learn. A dog that doesn't, a lot of my adult dogs that I did not train with treats won't take treats from my hands. I don't know whether it's a question of respect or what their thought process is, but they either won't take them at all or they won't take them unless I put them on the ground or walk away. So when I've done behavior modification training with them, it's been challenging because it's been challenging to figure out how to pay them, how to reward them in a way that was quick and made sense to them, and snuggling them and talking to them is certainly rewarding for them, but a dog that is excited about taking a treat, you can do rapid fire training with and build enthusiasm with the pup, and that can be really helpful for some training behaviors. So I start teaching my puppies, my litters of puppies, to take treats from my hands as soon as they are transitioning from only eating by licking something up to chewing something. And so in the beginning, I often have to actually poke food into their mouths. They don't know how to take it out of my fingers. If they're taught how to take treats from that point, they learn to be gentle with me from the very beginning. And they stay that way for the rest of their lives with a little bit of tune-up from time to time, because it's a learned skill, and they've learned that treats from me are nice and I'm only going to give them to them if they are mannerly with me, and so they pretty much just drop into knowing that that's what I expect of them and what they're going to need to do. This puppy wants to take my fingers off because she doesn't know about treats. It's very stimulating to her. And I've only tried this a couple of times, and she had Sabrina in here with her, and it was yesterday, so she may be better. She's already behaving better with me now than she was in the video yesterday because she's not climbing all over me. So that'll make her easier for me to work with today. So when I teach treat delivery with these guys, I can do this a couple of ways. One is I can put the treat in my hand and not open my fist until I get the behavior from the pup that I want. So if she's chewing all over my hand, the fist is not going to open. If she settles down a little bit, the fist opens a little bit. Sometimes that works well with little pea-sized treats like that. If she'll go for that, then that's what we'll do. But I suspect that she may not. And so then what happens is string cheese. String cheese is the most wonderful thing to own for training. You can tear off little pieces, you can use big chunks, but with a pup like this, if I use a chunk that I hold in my fingers that she has to, rather than take from me, she has to lick from my hands, and I can keep it away from her if she's being sharky and allow her a little more access. If she settles down, I can kind of condition her to know what it's going to take for her behavior-wise for me to be willing to give her the cheese. So I'm going to start with what's easy, which is the little pieces, and we'll see what she gives me this morning. So the first thing I need to do is let her know that this game exists. Hi. Can you smell this? This is an interesting thing. Very nice. Right. Good job. Very nice. Very nice. Beautiful. Oh, that was just the best. Stay on the ground. Yeah, that was pretty fun, huh? Over here. Yeah, very nice. She's not biting me. She's got her feet on the ground. I'm not going to give this to her if she's climbing on me because I don't want to reward the behavior that I don't want to see. There we go. Oh, look at you. You are the best baby. So I'm holding on to this a little bit so she's having to think about it and work on it a little bit. What a good baby. Oh my goodness, that was wonderful. Did you like that? Would you like to do it again? So she's also in a sitting position and now she's staying there. Sitting is wonderful. Yeah. Very nice. Don't chew on me. Good job. What a beautiful job. Oh my goodness, that's wonderful. All right. Okay, that ends the first training session for a few minutes. 1 minute of training is a really long time for a lot of these dogs, and certainly a puppy. It's very mentally taxing, so she's getting an emotional break for a minute. So I'm just letting her be a puppy for a minute. It doesn't have to be big long breaks in between, but I want her to have an off switch. I also want her to know when the game's back on. So that's going to be indicated by my body posture and by the fact that a treat's going to show up. Hey, look at this. Yes. Look at that. Look at that. She's sitting. Yes. Very good. I'm holding on to the treat a little bit. Very nice. Oh, you are the smartest baby. Look at you. She's being rewarded for being calm, for being in a sitting position. I'm kind of drawing this out and taking advantage of the opportunity to reward her for this. That's very nice. I'm going to let her up so that she doesn't have to think about it too long, but look at her thinking. She's going, wow, this is interesting. This hasn't happened before. What's this about? Nice job. Want to try that again? No, that's not going to work. That's not. Oh, good girl. There. Sitting works really, really well for this. Oh my goodness. Aren't you the smartest baby? Very nice job. Very nice job. And if you're thinking this is simple, you're right. It really is as simple as this. I call this building a learning landscape. I'm teaching this puppy to think. I'm teaching this puppy, she's learning so much more than you might think she's learning just by this. She's getting all kinds of reward from me for not biting me, not climbing on me, not chewing on my shoelaces, not doing a lot of things without me telling her not to do those things. They just didn't work for her, but this did. Good job. Okay, we're going to take another little break. Yes, you are a good baby. You can move. Ah, that's very nice. Good job. Want to try this again? Good job. Come over here. Yep. No, that won't work. There. Very nice. Very nice. She's already thinking. She did a little bounce and then she went, oh, nope, that's not going to work. And right there, she dropped down into a sit. That is a good dog. All right, now, that's a thinking dog. She's going, whoa, this is interesting. You see her flash back and, yes, good, yes. You can see her little wheels starting to turn. This is interesting. I've got her full attention. She's not wearing a leash because I don't want to restrain her. I want her to choose to play this game. I want her to know she has the choice to leave. You're doing a nice job. So she's continuing to offer me a behavior that she's just learned I like and will pay her for. Beautiful. This is so much more pleasant than being jumped on and chewed on. That's very nice. The next thing I'm going to do is teach her what a clicker is. This is a sound unique to her environment. It is precise. It is going to be used to mark a behavior that I want to see more of. It means nothing to her now. She's never heard it at all. But if I click every time her butt hits the ground and I stuff a treat in her mouth, she will start to make a relationship with that. And sometimes that happens in 4 or 5 or 6 clicks. That's going to give me the opportunity when I'm walking around with her, if I see her sit and look at me, to click and walk over and reward her and identify for her what she's doing that I like lots of. That's not it. So let's try this. Yeah? What do you think about this? So when she chooses to come back over here, if she chooses, would you like to come and play a game? Are you done? Yeah? Is it tough? She's choosing to take a time out. This is big information for me. This means that that was mentally taxing for her. She likes me. She's not away from me because she's afraid, or she's just distancing herself from this situation. It's new. It's a little bit confusing. So we'll give her just a minute to think about that. If she really doesn't want to come and play with me, then we will be done. But I think we can make this work. Have you found something cool? Would you like to come back over here? Would you? What do you think? You are a super good dog. You're a super good dog. You're a super, super good dog. Yes, you are. Yeah, what do you think? Do you want to come back and play? Good job. Yeah. There you go. Her butt hit the ground. Click happened, treat happened. Good girl. Butt hit the ground, treat happened. Good girl. Yeah. Very nice. Good job. So I'm using situational environmental cues to get her to sit for me. We may be done. Really? That's all we've got? Are you sure? All right. I'm going to see if I have a little more dog if I try string cheese. String cheese is a higher value reward. She's probably going to think this is really, really, really cool. No jumping is going to work. I'm walking around until I'm ready. Now I have a tiny little piece of string cheese in my fingers. I'm going to slow down long enough for her to choose to sit for me. Are you going to do it? Yes! Good girl. What is that? Oh, that's really, really nice stuff, huh? String cheese is really fun. Yeah, so I have to keep her attention. Yes, very nice. String cheese is so good. Yes, it's really fun, huh? Yes. You got to move around. No, that's not there. Good. A little slow on my part, but that's all right. You are such a nice puppy. So I'm keeping her engaged verbally. I'm moving around to reset her. Otherwise, she's just going to sit because she's figured out that's a pretty good position. Do you want to come over here to me? Do you want to come over here to me? She's saying, you get to pay me because I'm sitting. All right, watch her. Yes, good girl. Good girl. She's not biting me. She's not wound up. She's thinking this is a fun thing. Never have I had to tell her, don't put your feet on me. Good job. Yes. Yes. Oh, you are the smartest baby girl. All right, we got one more click in her, and then this is the end. Well, that might be the end. I'm going to let her make that decision. She's gone over there 3 times. She's done a beautiful job. I'm going to walk over and pop free string cheese in her mouth. And then I'm going to walk out of here. You're cute. You're thinking, aren't you? So, she learned a lot just then. You saw, that's a thinking baby. Very cool. So, I'm going to quit now, go get her partner, bring her back, let her just be a baby dog, run around here and soak up all the learning that she's doing by watching all the farm activity and whatnot. And then later, I will try this again, tonight if I have time, tomorrow if I don't, and watch where she starts, because she will remember a lot of this. She may do a kabing or two to begin with, but then she's going to go, oh yeah, this is how this game is played. If I do this, I get this. It's a lot of fun. It happens really fast. She's learned a lot about appropriate behavior with me. She's learned not to bite me. She's learned not to put her feet on me. She's learned not to be a kabingy little fool, all without me telling her not to do those things. What I've done is show her what I want and what I will pay for, what will make me happy. That is a very partnering kind of way to teach a dog what's going to work. You don't want to spend, I don't choose to spend time telling the dogs what not to do. I set them up so that they're likely to give me what I want and then reward them for it. If I do that, they're likely to do that again and again and again because it worked. We'll see if she gives me, I don't have, yes, I don't have my clicker, so I'm just saying, yes, that's the last piece of string cheese. You are the best baby in the whole world. Yes, you are. And that's it. We're walking away. End of training. So that's an off switch lesson message to her that training is done. A start message and an end message becomes more appropriate or more important as we go. You are a good girl. All right, that's it.